Good morning. Good morning. Today we're taking a look at XRP, and then we will be bouncing over to liquidity and the Sigma chart. So, all right, checking in on XRP, we had our wonderful, well, first let's go over our correction, right? So we've got this overall trend path that we're monitoring and we're kind of watching for higher, right? Now the chop that we're moving through to this has got wave ones and wave twos of forever, right? So here's your wave one, here's your wave two, then we do wave 1, 2, 3, 4. This would probably stall out, somewhere in this $1.40 range, back testing and holding and building support on top of this fair market value level that we're at right now. Okay, so the expectation is if we do wick below, we're not going to wick too much, and we're just going to continue our ascent up the mountain, like so. Now, see this big wick right here where we had this smackdown? This is very similar to what we did over here on our ascent up the market, up the mountain. So we had our initial wave 1, wave 2, which we've done. We then do this chopping kind of rising wedge with a big wick and a smackback that then bounces and back tests one more time with the higher lows throughout the whole thing. Then we take off for the next leg higher. So higher is the way based off of this back test of this moving average. This fair market value. And you can see that we've finally conquered the 21-day, let's get over to the side, 21-day moving average. Now we're just looking for our re-entry for the long. This morning, we were able to long off of this level here for the indicator. We got our red dot on the XRP bunny, and this is our quick trading module. And then I'm going to show you guys the one of the things that you can get called our range rails. So range rails are extremely wonderful when it comes to price targets. This morning, when it squeezed up, I shorted and then shorted again into here, getting an average of about 142.40. That's where I was. Yep, 142.40 is where my average ended up being for my short position. Immediately put a take profit here at this 140 level, and we were able to completely squeeze, and now we're moving into a buy zone. So this is pretty impressive, especially after we had our ABC that ended up being truncated. So we got that guy instead of this guy, so goodbye. And the next step is that this wave 1, 2 will be all purchasing here in this demand zone. So this is something you can get here at the Ticker Tactics website under modules. And if you go to the Ticker Tactics website, you too can put this on your own trading view and you can get the range rails. So this is basically exactly what it is. And it's a pretty cool tool that's available for anybody who just wants it for themselves. So yeah, it's been pretty amazing. And we can see that the liquidity also supports the same level here. We're going to have a sweep down into the 139, 138 range. So I will be scaling back into my longs down here after taking the short after the squeeze. And with that, you can see that Sigma itself is doing amazing, right? So we've got our stochastic RSI on the daily that we've been tracking. We are super bullish, massive launch, and back test of the ABC complete. So start expecting at least a move of 271% from where we were yesterday. Today these targets have moved up, so you're looking at 188% to the 618 fib and into the supply area over here where a lot of people are trapped. You can even probably get a little higher. So moving up into the 2.78 million is very likely here very soon. Now a return to the prior all-time high for Sigma is going to be an 11x. And the most likely profit take that you're going to see for a lot of people moving forward is going to be this 1.618, and that's going to be 124x. So these are just some of the conservative numbers, but I mean, even if we don't hit that and we get front ran, you're still looking at a 47 to 70%, 70 times return, which would take us to a 69 million market cap, well exceeding the prior all-time highs. So that's basically what's in the cards here. So a reminder to everyone, this is a long-term project. We've got an amazing signal, bullish news with us being with EZA into the Shark Tank event that they're having in XRP Las Vegas. Yes, just all excited. So take profits, make sure you just peel some off, keep some for your moon bag, because ultimately if we do end up going to our 4.236, which this number is nuts, but let's just assume we were 2.35 trillion. That would be wild and insane. I don't know if that's possible, but let's just say, yeah, let's just go to the billions. My gosh, that's such a psychotic number. Let's go over here, 2.618, $5.2 billion in market cap. wouldn't surprise me based off of the fact that we're expecting XRP to move into the trillions itself. So $1 billion market cap coin on $1 trillion asset, pretty likely to happen. So, but for now, we'll keep this moon math under control and we'll shoot back to just a retrace. Get yourself a nice little double. All right, guys, that's not financial advice, and thank you so much for watching. So Sigma's looking great. Liquidity sweep one more time, then we long this mofo. If you want to get the levels for the volatility, you too can get it by itself just here on the tickertactics.com website. Make sure you go to my profile to get the link, and you can check that out under my link tree. And then finally, XRP doing its back test, moving into the buy range. Here's your gift for today on how accurate these buying range rails are from our products that we offer. So, all right, we will check in tomorrow, and thanks so much for watching.